right, back again, Dean Takahashi from GamesBeat, which is part of VentureBeat, and I'm here with Victor Kislyi. He's the CEO of Wargaming, and so tell us sort of a summary of where you guys are right now.
Okay, first of all, thank you very much, Slush organizers, for the opportunity to be here. Let's start. As usual, we've done this many times with just different numbers. So we are wargaming.net. We make games. We make military strategy games. Today, our flagship title is World of Tanks. We started many, many years ago, like 18, I think. 18. Today we're quite big. We are 3,500 people. But this is probably the first time when I say this from the stage, and I'm not proud of it. The thing is that, remember, you and I, it was like 1,000 people, I told you, then 2,000 people, and then it's nice to grow from 60 to 1,000, and then from 1,000 to 2,000. But when you are 3,500, you think, hey, something is not right. So today I officially can say it's no longer about the numbers. It's about effectiveness. 3,500 people, that's a lot, and I should admit, not everything is going well. So I no longer am proud of this. You know, the example of real effectiveness with numbers, with small numbers, is here in Finland. Actually, here you can feel the spirit of those small 20, 40, okay, 100 people teams.
Supercell has 150 people,
yeah, Supercell,
right?
And we're here for this spirit. We should become lean and mean again. So back to the company, we make this game World of Tanks. It's relatively successful. It has 100 million registrations. We make other games, World of Warplanes, World of Warships. We have Xbox version of World of Tanks. There's some other projects. And recently, this summer, we moved into mobile space. We launched World of Tanks Blitz, which is it's like World of Tanks, but on your iPad or now Android 2 or your cell phone.
So my usual question is, you have 3,500 people. What took you so long to make one mobile game?
It's a good question. I heard it from you. It's not easy. We decided to go a slightly different way. We did not want to copy, and if you play the game, you can see this is not your typical mobile game. It's not 2D. There are no animals you projectile, into space. There are no farm building element. It's a full-scale MMO, massively multiplayer, which is not very much different from the PC version. It has huge server-side analytical cloud computing technology behind, the same as big World of Tanks. And it has a client which can run a couple of square miles battlefield with very detailed terrain, with trees, with mountains, with houses, with very small details. And there are 14 tanks running around at 3G. So this is a heck of technology. And yes, it takes time to put it together and to polish it. Plus, it has to work on the touch controls, which is different from keyboard and mouse or joystick. So it's a very sophisticated project, but we think this might be the future. So we risk a lot, and so far the risk has paid off.
So the results are what then so far in the mobile game?
We are making our first baby steps. I wish we could have the Supercell information or experience. We just launched this summer. So far we have 8.5 million registrations in Blitz. Our combined CCU around the world. These games you run in Russia, in Europe, in America.
Concurrent users, yeah.
The concurrent users. In Russia, this is something around 25, 26,000, and approximately the same amount in Europe and slightly less in America. So we're looking at combined worldwide CCU 80,000, which is, okay, it's not huge, but it's growing, and we did not yet launch Asia.
Okay. So it's a very deliberate strategy, I guess. Is there a parallel you would draw to anything else out there, I guess? The top 5 rankings of the App Store come to mind, and how those companies work as well.
You have to risk, that's for sure. We are in entertainment business, right? We have to create something new, and people don't want to watch an old movie, right? So why would we, being a little bit late to the party, copycat the traditional mobile games I have just mentioned. We decided to go completely different direction. Yeah, there are a couple of good, nice-looking 3D shooters, but there's not like a full-scale 3D shooting MMO. So we gamble with this. We invested a lot of money and time and efforts, of course, and it's paying off so far. So in show business, you have to risk, and this is our particular gamble on the mobile.
So what's your sort of more global view of the gaming business and the boom that we're sort of going through right now?
I think gaming is in our blood. If you think about this, this is evolutionary. If you watch National Geographic or Animal Planet, you can see the lion and those small lions. They're playing with each other. They're fighting with each other. Or a cat brings a mouse to kittens to play with. I mean, a half-dead or half-alive mouse to play with. So playing, for us at least, for big animals, playing is essential because that's how we learn how to, hunt or run away from big animal. So everyone is a gamer. Everyone is a gamer. We play snowball. Even if you're not a video gamer, you play snowballs. You play hide and seek. You play board games. You play cards. We're all gamers, right? It's just only now we have this fantastic technology which is in our pocket, which is in our desktops, which is on our laps, which is pretty much which is in our TVs, in our living rooms. No matter how big or small your living room is, the screen is there. So only recently, let's say a decade or so, everyone, including housewives, older people, young generation, we all have access to some kind of screen with a controller. So that's why it is going to be just growing non-stop. If you see numbers of gaming on different platforms, it's just growing, and of course mobile is leading the pack.
So when you were starting like 18 years ago or so, you were making World War II games, tank games as well. You're making tank games today, but there's 100 million people playing now. What's sort of the difference, I guess?
Well, for me personally, and for a bunch of people who started with me, it's passion. I'm really lucky, and I can tell this, I'm really lucky to be where I am, because I was playing fanatically those war games, like Panzer General, Total Annihilation, Civilization, of course, military strategy, tactics, building empire. It makes you smarter, right? And then I got to have this work or business, which is making those games, which I love. And I keep doing this. It brings good money. I'm busy every day, so it's about passion. The answer to your question will be, it's about passion. It was 18 years ago. I have it now, and it works together well with business. If you're passionate, the business is good.
What do you think of the sort of the value of the game businesses these days? I mean, we're seeing all these billion-dollar deals. At 3,500 employees, you're larger than Zynga now, which has a $3 billion market capitalization, I guess.
Wargaming is a private company, so we don't have any outside investors. We're not going IPO. We don't have plans to sell to any big Asian whatever.
$80 billion? What about?
No. No. It's not about this.
Okay.
We believe that what we do, we create happiness for dozens of millions of players. I play World of Tanks myself, and now Blitz like crazy. So creating this kind of happiness, being consistent, providing the best of the quality, new products, improving the service for the old products. This is what drives wargaming. I don't know what will happen with us if, let's say, we go IPO and I take the money and go on vacation, drink cocktails on the island. So far, it's good as it is. And this passion, I'm really afraid to lose it. Not only my personal, but the other hundreds and thousands of people who work for wargaming. So far, it's working good as we are. So I cannot give you a number. There is no number. For wargaming, there is no number. We're not selling.
Yeah. You have some interesting people like Chris Taylor on board.
Yes.
Tell me about some of the sort of your studio heads and some of these very seasoned console and PC game companies.
To be ahead of the studio, the gaming studio, you have to be a little bit or quite a bit crazy. I'm, a little bit crazy in a good sense, passion, right? Chris Taylor is crazy, and again, in a good sense. Remember, I told you, we have to come up with new games. We have to come up with mind-blowing ideas for new gaming concepts. And for this, yeah, you have to be a businessman. You have to be organized and disciplined and everything. But you have to be a little crazy to come up with something which nobody has done before. So Chris Taylor is a perfect fit for our organization, for our company. And he's working on something big and exciting. Of course, we already have the, play testing inside, and it's looking good, but it's too early to tell.
Okay. So what's your view of the future of games?
They will never stop for the foreseeable future, dozens of years, I know, 50 years for sure. There will be this or that kind of gaming. Definitely mobile is the answer. It's, those things are getting smaller and smaller. The screens to which you can project are getting bigger and bigger if you're in a living room. So it will be, the whole world is connected and you can play any game from any device, including your refrigerator, just pressing a couple of buttons on the touch screen on your Samsung refrigerator. So gaming will never stop for the next 50 years. And now it's only up to us, game developers, to come up with fantastic new ideas and of course, execute well.
What do you think of virtual reality?
If you're asking about Oculus Rift, we all understand that today it's a little bit too bulky yet. But the many things which were bulky 100 years ago, 50 years ago, and now we use it and we cannot live without that. So I wish the guys really well. I wish them all the possible success they need for the technological miniaturization of their device. So yes, I do believe, like millions of people, sooner or later, this device, whatever it looks like Google Glass or I don't know, some implants in your brain, it will be mass market. Today, you cannot say it's mass market. Soon, it will be, and that, by the way, will give us opportunity to create new, more exciting worlds, more exciting opportunities for players to be immersed into. So, I wish them well. So it's like this kind of disruption and risk I was talking about. So they risk, they gamble, let them win.
So you're going to call it virtual World of Tanks then?
Well, most of today's games are by definition 3D. So for us, literally, as soon as 100 million people have these virtual reality devices, for us it's just switching one button to render into 3D into these goggles. That's it. For World of Tanks, we don't have to come up with something like really very new. But some future games, even this small device with touch screen and gyroscopic tilt gave us, as players, so many fantastic new ideas, how to play, how to use it. So virtual reality probably is going to have bigger technological and gameplay impact. So it's going to be Wild West. As soon as they go mass market, like really, it will be Wild West of opportunity for guys like us.
So how well is your sort of franchise spreading out here, like the Warplanes and Warships?
For Warplanes, well, we do admit that we launched it approximately 1 year ago, and it was not. We cannot say it's a success today. It's like breaking even, but the numbers are nowhere near World of Tanks. Yeah, we can say the World of Tanks is the biggest competitor for World of Warplanes, which is partially true, but the reality is we did a couple of mistakes. The most difficult part is this 3D dogfighting. We people, we walk on the ground. We don't fly, so our brains are not trained to do this. But this is lousy excuse. So there are some things we should have done better. Right now we have analyzed and we are coming up with new, let's say, versions, and we're updating this. It's slightly growing. World of Tanks Xbox is doing really great for this 360 platform. Because the amount of people there is limited by golden subscriptions, which is 20 million or 80 million, something like this. Blitz, I told you, is doing well, 8.5 million players, because we do this free-to-play thing. And a couple of games like World of Warships in different stages, internal alpha, friends and family, looking good. And there's some other projects, but we don't talk about them now.
So are you finding in a lot of these games that the further you get away from realistic warfare, I guess, that more into some kind of fantasy, that you get a bit better result or a bigger crowd, maybe?
Yeah, I am a very passionate World War II fanatic myself. I mean, I'm an enthusiast. By the way, there's a fantastic tank museum, 2 hours train drive from Helsinki. I visited like 4 years ago in winter. Fantastic collection. But coming back, and we're passionate about this. And in the beginning, yes, World of Tanks was kind of this historically accurate simulation. But today, we understand that those millions of people, they want to have fun. So this is our everyday's life today. Fun, historical accuracy. If they are in contradiction, we prefer fun. So if there's a way to make it less realistic, but more fun, you know, faster, more dynamic, more explosions, we do that. So
you're favoring something like mouse play over a joystick, then?
Well, joystick and mouse, but this is personal preference of the players. But yeah, the majority of our players, keyboard and mouse for the PC, okay, controller for Xbox 360, that's standard, and touch screen for the mobile devices. We have to accommodate for all those things, but of course, the majority today is WASD and a mouse.
And you want your warship to go 100 miles per hour, then? Or
well, we do a little dirty tricks to conceal that 100 miles. Again, not quite 100 miles per hour, but yeah. Battleships definitely in our World Warships, they travel a little and turn a little faster than the usual ones. I mean, naval battle of World War II could take a day or 2 or 3. There is no way players will, and anyone would tolerate that by the computer. No.
Cool. Very good. Any other topics you want to talk about?
Well, I really want to say thank you and express my admiration for Finland and the Finnish game and mobile industry. As I told, we are here for the inspiration. We're a little bit late to the party because we were busy with the PC and then the Xbox. But I think that
time well spent.
That's you know, you guys give to the world and of course to us fantastic example of being mean and lean and fast and creative and business and everything positive. On there's only positive things I can tell, I can feel about Finland gaming industry, and we are here for the inspiration. I think we will come up with something exciting. Like Blitz is already exciting. We will come up as Wargaming, come up with something exciting in the mobile area soon, but probably we're not going to make the copycats of those games which are already successful. We want to make something new, something more, you know, something new. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dean.